On the night of December 6th, 2009, a young mother went to bed in her home in Utah. By morning, she was gone. No signs of forced entry, no witnesses, and the one person police immediately suspected was her husband. Her name was Susan Powell, and to this day, her body has never been found. Susan Powell was a 28-year-old mother of 2 young boys. She lived in West Valley City, Utah with her husband, Josh Powell, and their children. Friends and family described Susan as kind, responsible, and deeply devoted to her children. But behind closed doors, her marriage was troubled. Susan had confided in friends that she feared for her safety. She had written emails and journal entries expressing concerns that her husband might harm her. Those concerns would later take on chilling significance. On Sunday night, December 6th, 2009, Josh Powell claimed he took his 2 sons on a late-night camping trip in the middle of winter. Susan was reportedly homesick. By Monday morning, Susan failed to show up for work. Concerned co-workers contacted police to perform a welfare check. When officers arrived at the Powell home for the welfare check, Susan was nowhere to be found. Her purse, coat, and personal belongings were still inside the house. He had vanished without a trace. Police quickly focused on Josh Powell. His explanations for the overnight camping trip raised immediate red flags. Temperatures had been rising and the trip was highly unusual. Inside the home, investigators found signs that appeared inconsistent with Josh's version of events. Despite these suspicions, there was a major problem. There was nobody. Susan's body was nowhere to be found. No clear crime scene, and no direct physical evidence linking Josh to Susan's disappearance. Under US law, suspicion alone is not enough for a conviction. Josh Powell was named a person of interest, but he was never formally charged. This case highlights one of the most difficult realities in criminal law. Without sufficient evidence, prosecutors cannot proceed even when suspicion is strong. The legal system requires proof beyond a reasonable doubt, especially in homicide cases. In Susan Powell's case, the lack of a body and conclusive forensic evidence severely limited law enforcement options. Josh Powell remained legally free. Years passed with no resolution. In 2012, while under investigation for child-related matters, Josh Powell locked himself inside a house with his 2 young sons during a supervised visitation. Moments later, the house exploded in fire. Josh Powell and both children died. Susan Powell was still missing. Her disappearance officially remains unsolved. The Susan Powell case led to renewed discussion about domestic violence warning signs, child welfare oversight, and the limitations of evidence-based prosecution. It also raised difficult questions about how the judicial system balances civil liberties with public safety. More than a decade later, Susan Powell has never been found. Her family continues to seek answers. Her case remains a reminder that sometimes, even when suspicion feels overwhelming, justice can remain out of reach. This was the case of Susan Powell, and that was how Susan Powell was led up until date to have disappeared. If you're interested in more forgotten American crime cases, you'll find more on this channel. For now, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.